OKTAGON is back in Bratislava for a special 10-year anniversary event featuring the biggest Slovak stars. A clash of champions and one of the greatest fights in OKTAGON history. Bantamweight champion and world number 63, Igor SEVERINO goes up against flyweight champion and world number 24, ZHUMAGULOV. History is being made. For the first time ever, a fighter is on the verge of becoming OKTAGON's double champion in both the flyweight and bantamweight divisions. Former lightweight champion and welterweight title challenger Ronnie Paradisa takes on Jack Grant. Grant has claimed belts in 4 promotions and is one of the most dangerous finishers around. An incredible 19 of his 20 wins came before the final bell. 2-time heavyweight title challenger Lazar Todev faces former OKTAGON champion Martin Budaj, who has 7 UFC wins and is ranked number 54 in the world. The Prince of Bratislava Pukac returns to Slovakia after defeating Kozma and Ekelin. However, it's the undefeated Irishman Brian Manning who's out to steal the show. 6 of his wins came before the final bell. Slovakia's lioness and flyweight number 1, Veronika Smolkova, faces her next massive challenge. She takes on Lisa Kiriakou, the highest-ranked flyweight from Australia and New Zealand, who now wants to bring her winning ways to Europe. Brace yourself for a highly charged Czech-Slovak derby. Bartel, the executioner of Germans, is determined to end the career of the elite Slovak wrestler, Whitner. But Whitner has other plans to silence every last doubter, Bartel included. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OKTAGON 89, Severino versus ZHUMAGULOV. Get your pay-per-view wherever you are and experience the event from the front row on oktagon.tv.
Krásné, dobré odpoledne.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adela and we are OKTAGON. Hi.
Jsme tam, kde to všechno před
And we are
10
back
lety začalo.
there where it all began 10 years ago. 10 years ago here in Bratislava when we heard the first moments of the project that you now know as OKTAGON Challenge. Time flies when you're having fun. And since then, Bratislava saw many important moments. For example, when Carlos Vemola beat Paolo Langer and until now holds the very prestigious title of the fastest KO. Since then, it hasn't been defeated. And tomorrow, we know that OKTAGON 89 will be a tournament that brings unforgettable moments again. We will have the final of the bantam fight, Veronika Smolkova aiming at winning for the 7th time in a row. A heated fight between Manning and Pukac, and of course, 2 local fighters, Uškrt, Raška and Widner versus Bartel. We also have the Celebrity Series fight between Jakša and Rastě, and we will see whether we will see more title contenders. But what can we expect for today? I like to say that this event is very special because today we will see something special. We will talk to legends of Slovakia, we will see Ivan Buchinger, Luzka Sabová, and many, many more. We will also see the public wins. You also know that Gogi will be here, Ondrej and Paolo as well. We will also see the stare downs, and after this is over and we will have our stage ready, you will be able to take photos with your favorite fighters and you will be able to get their autographs. So I can only welcome the first guest, and it is the man who has been through so much with us. He was the first to enter an OKTAGON cage, Marek Bartl.
Ahoj, princeska.
Čau, Marku. Ty jsi vysmátej.
Hi, you're laughing a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to what happened in the morning, but you had a really nice speech on your social media. Do you want to say anything else to it?
Well, in general, I just want to say that, as I said on my socials,
My mind wanted to go on, my body kept me from it. The doctor came to my room. They told me that if I kept going that way, I would go to the hospital. Unfortunately, this was not my choice, and I did everything I could. But it was about to happen at some point, and unfortunately, that happened today. I hope that it's not going to happen again. And I really want to apologize to Josef. It's more complicated for him, and I apologized to him in person. It's part of our jobs. Making weight before the fight is, of course, as I said, important. This happened, and I am sorry for myself, my family, and for my opponent. But most importantly, the fight will happen. We managed to come to an agreement, and I'm happy about that. So I'm not going to look back to that. Not going to look back to the morning. We can talk about that after the fight. But yeah, now I want to focus on my performance tomorrow.
That's true, we will see your fight. And I have to ask one more thing. How does it feel to go to the cage where you're not only facing a rival on a sport level, but on a personal one too?
Well, it's something that can be useful here and then. I am fighting abroad. Last time it was Germany, or the last 3 years really, and I know these guys, I know them from the tournaments, I know them from the community. But even when you're at home and you know that guy because you run in the same circles, it's cool, it's funner. When you're both veterans, it's fun. So I love it, and I'm excited about tomorrow. And I'm sure it's going to be great.
It will be great. We also have some questions from the fans, so that's not my fault. Do you feel more Slovak or Czech?
I am really just a Czechoslovak.
There are many debates about this. What do you think about that?
In the last 10 years, I've heard this countless times. Usually I hear it when I lose or when something happens. People really like to dig at me then. They like to dig at how I talk because that's the only thing they can grasp at, but I don't really care. I'm not really thinking about this. I've been living in Slovakia for 10 years. I have an amazing wife and 2 little kids, so how am I supposed to talk? For me, this is natural. Slovak is natural, so I don't prepare the way I talk. What happens, happens. If I talk Slovak, I talk Slovak. If not, it's Czech. And they say every language is a different version of you, so yeah.
It's been 10 years and you've been a part of OKTAGON since the very beginning. Now, saying this, we're celebrating 10 years. You can see all this. What do you feel now?
Well, when I think about it, when Ondrej gave me that call over 10 years ago, and he told me he was working on a project like this and asked me to be a part of it, and I told him, yeah, let's do this. My expectations were at 0, and each of us who were part of Challenge Season 1, we only did it for the sport, because back then the sport was really lagging. It wasn't having a huge popularity, and we really wanted to spread awareness. We wanted to show people that we're not just dumb guys who fight like animals in the cage, and I think we managed to do that. Look around, it's something amazing. I don't want to say that I'm touched, but
You are touched.
But yeah, I'm growing older, so I do get in touch with my emotions. I have 2 kids. But what we sacrificed back then really was worth it, and now we can, as well as the new generations, reap the benefits.
Now to finish off, what do you think will happen tomorrow?
The whole tournament or my fight?
Your fight.
Well, my fight, 1,000,000% will end up with me winning. I don't care how it's gonna happen because I'm ready for anything, and I will try and finish my opponent from the first second to the last. And if it becomes a decision win, I'll also accept that, but I will make it my win.
This was Marek Bartl.
A teď velmi oblíbená
Right now, I think all fans will appreciate this part of the program. Who has no tickets for tomorrow? Oh, wow, there's so many of you. I think I can see some hands being put up because you know what's coming. I have a challenge. I'm offering 2 tickets for tomorrow's tournament, but there is one condition. I, of course, have to prove that you are a true Octagon fan, that you can answer my difficult questions. So, this boy in blue, please come over here, come over from the right, and this gentleman here who's been waiting in the first row for 2 hours, so I have to pick him. So, come over here, guys. And please give them a round of applause. Hi. What's your name?
My name's Samuel.
Samuel?
Andrej.
Andrej. Perfect. So Andrej and Samuel, we're here to win 2 tickets, but you have to earn them. Here on the screen, maybe step a bit closer, you can see it behind us, and those who are watching live on Instagram or YouTube, you can also put your comments, your answers in the comment section. It's pretty simple. You will see a name of a fighter, but we will need to make it complete. So who will know the right answer? Just put your hands up and then you can answer. Who has 3 points gets the tickets. So the first one.
Robopukač.
Well, you can't shout out, but I think
Robopukač.
exactly. Samuel gets 1 point. Applause. You have to put your hands together for them, but not you, because then it's making a noise. Okay, so let's do the second question. You put your hand up before you saw the letters. Okay, who is it?
Martin Budaj.
2-0, but that's okay, Ondrej. You're making it more tense, so it is Martin Budaj. Ondrej was the first one to go. It is Ronnie Paradise. And just wait, before I get the second name, we'll give them a little breather. It's 2-1, so now it's getting interesting. Let's see the next name. Who is it?
This is...
Now, exactly. You didn't know, but you put your hand up. Who could this be? Maybe a lady?
I know. It's Veronika Smolková.
That's correct. So Samuel is getting 2 tickets for tomorrow's tournament, and everyone enjoyed this game. So let's look at the rest. So Ondrej has a shot too. What's this? You're really putting your hand up very quickly. So Ondrej, who is it?
Attila Vek.
Exactly, that's correct. Now I'm not sure if we have one more name to go. Yes, we do. Who is it, Ondrej? Correct. So Ondrej also showed that he knows and he is a true Octagon fan, but there are still some tickets to buy, so we can still meet you. And Samuel Gogi will give you the tickets, so just leave from my left and give them a round of applause. Thank you. And we struggled a little bit with one name, and that name was Veronika Smolková. So now we can talk to her.
Hey.
Is your mic on?
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, perfect. You look like you haven't made weight.
Well, this is just life.
How was making weight? How did it feel?
Well, it could have been better, but now I'm good and I'm gonna be the best tomorrow when I can go to the cage.
I have to look at you all the time because you're so beautiful. And from what I read on social media, you spent so much time in the spotlight and you had so much to do with the press in the past months. How can you combine it with the life as a fighter?
It's not easy, but I really like doing interviews, keeping my head busy and getting a change in my life that I don't have to spend all my days in the gym. So I like it. I enjoyed it and I got used to it because you always used to be stressed before giving interviews, but the more I do it, the more comfortable I feel.
Do you feel more comfortable? That's what you mentioned, but I also have to say that you're one of the greatest stars of OKTAGON, I have to say. And recently we talked about the fact that you very recently was just a fan and you wanted to take a photo with Ondrej Novotný as a fan. So how does it feel now, you being transferred into a fighter?
It's an incredible feeling because when you put your mind to something, you can do it. And I didn't really want to get that photo, but my mom went up to him and I was shy and she asked him for that photo. I was shy and I told him that I really loved the organization and I dreamed what would happen in the future, and I just want to say dreams can come true.
Have you had the chance to tell Ondrej I told you so?
Well, yeah, I always tell him, but he doesn't even remember meeting me. So now he knows my name.
I could tell him today, tomorrow.
Yeah, after I win that fight.
How does it feel to train and prepare with the double champion Lucia Sabová?
Lucia is such a great person and I love training with her. And she's such a good friend too. I love having her in my life. She's such a person to lean on mentally. And she also had fights in this weight class, and I also helped her make weight before. She was there for me this time, so I really feel like I can lean on her, and when we train, I really get better. I'm thankful for having her.
Now, how do the next hours look like for you?
I really look forward to going to the hotel and get some sleep in because last night I didn't sleep a wink, so I really want to get in bed, and tomorrow everything will be great.
Perfect, we're looking forward to that, and good luck to you. This was Veronika Smolková.
All right, and as you know, the tournament is not the last thing that awaits you tomorrow because we're gonna have an after party at Neptune Club. You're all welcome. But this tournament is special, and that's why today we'll be celebrating our 10 years of OKTAGON. Also in Neptune at 9 o'clock, and you can hear nobody listen, and the best part, you can enter for free. You will see a lot of the OKTAGON team members, and I think this is worth seeing. And if you don't stay until late morning or early morning hours, at 9 o'clock in the morning, let's meet at Eurova Shopping Mall because we are going to be holding our first OKTAGON run. It's going to be at 9 a.m. and headed by Paolo Neruda. You can join us to jog. We're going to talk a little bit. It's going to be a conversational pace. We'll be running a total of 6 kilometers and wear OKTAGON colors. So wear black, yellow, or OKTAGON merch, and you're all invited to the party and to the run and to tomorrow's after party. And you may have noticed that the graphics behind me have changed and what's behind me altogether has changed. And that's because we'll be talking to the legends and stars of the local scene. So please welcome Ivan Buchinger.
Dobrý den.
Ciao. Hi.
Hi.
Where do I sit?
Please sit there. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be calling you or Lucia Sabová.
Hello everyone, hi.
And Draganko.
Atilka.
And Attila Veg.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
Hi. I would have never expected to have such a star trio sitting right here.
I told you I was supposed to sit over there.
So we have such a star trio. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's been 10 years that we've been here for. So what do you remember about those 10 years?
Everything, really everything. Definitely my fight with Vojta when I got my second belt. That was a brutal fight. And really any and every fight, the fans, the atmosphere, the audience, all the fights, everything.
Lucia?
I have to say the last fight because that's the most recent one, fresh in my mind, and I always see a reel or just some shot from the fight. So I'm always very moved because it was a huge moment for me.
Attila, what is your highlight?
There's so many highlights for me. In general, it's so beautiful for me that I could be part of this whole thing, this whole 10 years. And we've had an agreement when I signed the contract with OKTAGON for the first time. And Paolo told me, when you sign with OKTAGON, we will make you star. And that's what happened. So thank you again to OKTAGON, to everyone, and I'm really proud that I could be here, that I'm here, and maybe I will be in the cage again for OKTAGON.
I have a few photos ready for you. These photos are not the most important, but they are important moments from the last 10 years, so let's have a look at them. Attila. Draganko, you have opinions, I hear. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see them, but our viewers are seeing these in front of them. But this is the first OKTAGON challenge, which happened on the 1st August 2016. We said ready, set, go. That was the first day of shooting. And MMA has experienced since something that wasn't ever here before.
I have to say I only have good memories of this. We've known each other with Paolo since before the OKTAGON challenge, and he told me about this project that was being that was being prepared, and they said that this was something that no one did before, and it worked out. And I'm really, really happy that I was part of this process. I wasn't there in the first series, but I was there at the very beginning, and regular people could find out what MMA was.
When this began, Attila, were you thinking this is gonna be big? Did you imagine this would grow into what it is?
Well, I have to say, when I was in the US, I knew that in the US it was a huge thing, but I also knew it was getting here at some point, but no one really knew what MMA was when we began with Ivan. We knew that it had to come here at some point, and then they came up with OKTAGON Challenge #1, and that was a huge boom, really. Everyone could see what MMA was, who MMA fighters were. They are not vulgar, they're just regular guys, they're funny. They do this for a living, it's their job. And I can say that I would never have expected that this is going to be so huge. So really, I have to say chapeau, this was a surprise for me too, because this is what OKTAGON deserves. They put so much effort in, and now we can see the results.
Lucia, Challenge 1, the Season 1. What did you think when you saw this for the first time?
I had a look at this only later on, and then I watched all the OKTAGON challenges later. I knew that we all saw it as a show. We got to know each other with people from the MMA world. So it was a huge and great beginning for me. And thanks to that, I could be part of the MMA world.
Ivan, how did you feel? Were you just thinking that's some reality TV show?
Well, I have to say, at that point I was in Germany. I also fought in Russia. And with Attila, we said they were planning this OKTAGON challenge, and we said this is not going to be a big thing because in Slovakia no one knew MMA. And then we saw this huge boom. So really, as Attila said, the promoters are to thank for the success of MMA here.
Let's move on to the next photo. The next milestone was the first OKTAGON champ. This happened on Štvanice, our favorite place to do tournaments, and Martinek got his champion title. This was OKTAGON 7. How did you feel about that? The fact that we had a champ?
I don't exactly remember this moment. I remember that Martinek went against one of our fighters, and Martinek won. And he was the first champ of OKTAGON, so it was a huge moment. And I swear, I don't remember. Maybe there's something wrong with my brain, but I don't remember. Maybe Ivan remembers. No, we don't remember. Maybe if I have a look at the pictures, but I don't remember.
But what's special about it is that it happened on Štvanice, because for Lucia, last year Štvanice was a great event because you won there, you got your first title there. So how are you remembering that?
I love Štvanice. I love this tournament. It's my favorite tournament. A, it's open air, but B, I have great memories. And you always feel like you're at home and you can watch MMA, so it's great.
Let's move on to the next photo. This is, well, we're seeing you fight Draganko. This one is special because David Pink Panther Kozma was the second champ of the organization and he got crowned right there. But I really wanted to look at this photo. You have history with David, Ivan.
Right, there was the first fight that I won, then the second that I won, and then I was told I had to go for the third fight. That was meant to be a title fight. That was the title fight. So Attila told me that I had to get the third title. I never went to the 77 division, but they told me, yeah, I could do it, and it was already set up with Kozma. But unfortunately, I got injured and it couldn't happen.
When I saw articles about this, there were articles that said that this was the biggest shame. This fight never happening. This was one of the top responses. But I really wanted to ask, you talked about this. Does this happen day to day? Attila giving Ivan advice on his career moves?
You could say that, yeah.
Perfect. The next photo will definitely make you feel things, all of you, because there are good and bad moments and memories. But I'm sure you can remember what you were doing in 2019 when the fight of the century happened. I don't think there's many of us who remember how that went.
Yeah, you can see the moment that changed my life. I could say that I got the golden key, and to get that key I had to open so many doors. I have to say that this has been the biggest moment emotionally of my life. I've never seen or experienced this. I saw those 20,000 people hugging, being so moved by this as I jumped on the cage. And then for 5 years I had a break and I still took energy from this moment. It's something unforgettable. So really this moment I will never forget.
Ivan, what were you doing when Attila managed to reign victorious and beat Vemola?
I had a drink. Well, I knew that Attila couldn't lose. I knew that he won in Bellator before. We had so many fights together before, we trained before, so I knew that he had to win. And I really liked this, that there were so many people and he took his win in front of so many fans and he beat Vemola in such a beautiful way, just one good shot.
What was the champion doing?
I was there in the very first row. And I still remember, I remember the emotion. You couldn't not cry. It was so emotional. I never experienced anything like that, even in my fights. Really, I still get goosebumps. You really can't describe it. There's no words for it. I still can remember the moment. It was really as the whole mob, even who was against Attila, they were happy for him. It was magical.
Yeah, the world stopped, but I have to ask the fans, who remembers the fight at Century? I can see a lot of hands, and I'm sure you'll confirm that that moment was unforgettable. I can see people nodding. Now, let's move on. This is a moment that really pertains to Lucia Sabová because we're talking about Underground in 2020. Then we really discovered what the word COVID means. We were all forced to stay at home, but OKTAGON did not stay behind and came up with something that we call the Brno Fortress and held OKTAGON Underground. Lucia, how do you remember those times? And because you were a part of this project.
I will try to keep my mic because there's Draganko here. But I think this underground concept was something that saved us all, saved all the fighters, because we could work hard at a time when nothing was really possible. So I'm super grateful for having something, at least something, because just training without any goal is so difficult for any fighter. So we actually had more fights than regularly. So for me, it was a great project. I have great memories of it.
Let's move on. I feel like we're gonna hear Ivan Buchinger talk about this one. Double champ and the first double champ of this organization. How do you get up in the morning feeling that nobody can take this away from you?
Well, it's hard to say, because before I was in M1 and I wanted to defend my belt 3 times. And then I wanted to go to the 77 division. I defended twice, and then I couldn't defend it for the 3rd time, so I couldn't get the 2nd belt. Then I moved and I entered Octagon, and then I had some wins here, and I got the shot to get the 2nd belt. And it felt amazing. It felt amazing having those 2 belts and becoming the first double champ. That's something unforgettable. Now, on top of that, we had a brutal fight. So until now, I can remember this clearly.
Sometimes when we talk, which is not that often, sometimes you talk about the titles and you keep changing your answers about what's in the card. So what's happening now?
Well, it's hard to say. At least one of them.
Perfect. Let's move on to the next photo. Wow, I didn't know who was talking. But this is the moment that made Christian Eckerling the king of Germany. Now let's move on. Now you can see from further away, because in 2024, OKTAGON had a historical milestone by selling out the biggest event for MMA ever at Eintracht. What do you think about that?
We can see that OKTAGON put so much effort in, then managing to sell 60,000 tickets. I think that's a record in the world of MMA. They sold out the whole stadium in Frankfurt, so really I have to give them all my respect. They never lagged behind. They always came up with new things. They were so innovative. They tried to attract people, and that is what they did. And each and every fan is looking forward to the tournaments. There are so many amazing halftime shows. So these are historic moments.
What do you think, champion, when you see this?
Even for us fighters, it is a huge motivation to move forward, to get better, because there's so many people watching you, and you have a responsibility to deliver, to prepare. And it is a huge opportunity to grow and to show yourself as a person and as a fighter.
Ivan, I think that you started off in a gym fighting. So when you see this, what do you feel?
It's unbelievable. The feeling is unbelievable. I can't even believe that this happened. I trained really hard in Frankfurt, and my manager went with me to watch fights, and there were never so many people. And when OKTAGON came into the game, he even told me he's never seen anything like this in Germany before.
Now let's see the last photo, and let's start with Attila, because I'm sure you have words to say.
Yeah, you heard it. Well, this was really unbelievable. This was the 3rd fight, and the older you get, I think Ivan will also confirm, because we're the same age, it's not so simple as when we were younger. We have families, and you have to sacrifice so much more. So I knew that I did everything I could, everything that was in my power to get into this fight. It was an incredible bout, and it was a great experience for me. And I took the win, so...
Yeah, that's life. Lucia, last question. When you see these two men, do you feel like the fight of the century put MMA into the mainstream and people started watching it? I think we know that. So what do you think about that?
For me, they are both very motivating. I love watching their journey, their fights. They really have a lot to give, and they were there since the very beginning. And they haven't grown too proud. That's something that I like to see, that they are a huge role model for me on a personal level.
To end off, tell us what you would like to wish Octagon for its 10th birthday.
So, happy birthday, first things first, and I wish you the same success for the future as you've seen in the past.
Attila?
Happy birthday too. You are as amazing as you were in the beginning. You organized so many amazing tournaments, so many great fights that showed us what MMA was. So good luck for the next 100 years.
Lucia?
Happy birthday, and let's keep it up. On a personal level, the teams are great, because I think that it's made by people, for people, and I love the people who make Octagon what it is.
Thank you very much. That's it for this part of the program, and thank you for making time for us. Attila Vek, Lucia Sabova, and Ivan Buchinger.
A Dragan.
And Draganko. Thank you very much.
Tak jo, jak se vám líbila tady
All right, how did you like this segment?
Jsou to opravdu legendy, ale teď...
These are true Octagon legends. But I have a question for you. Do you play Octagon Fantasy? Raise your hand. Not that many people. It could be more people. But the good news is the draft is happening right now. In a second, you will see a QR code behind me. There it is. And you can just scan this, quickly register, pick 3 fighters who are going to be fighting in Octagon 89, a bonus finish type, and compete for good prizes. And perhaps we will see each other at the top of the ladder. Next question. If you're asking yourselves, what are you going to wear tomorrow? We have your solution, because at the A2 and B2 sector, you will be able to buy Octagon merch. And we'll also have a brand new Marek Bartol jersey. People kept asking us about it, and we delivered. Here it is. And for tomorrow, you can also buy a Robo Bukac, aka the Prince of Bratislava jersey. We will also be selling a bunch of lifestyle pieces that you could wear out and about and inside the gym. And if you will be watching via pay-per-view, you can also buy all of these at octagon.store. And talking about the pay-per-views, another great piece of news, because there's never enough of those. If you buy a pay-per-view bundle that includes 89, 90, and 91, you can purchase this bundle for only $29.99 until this Saturday for all 3 events. Now, those have been the important announcements, and now let's move on to welcoming the Prince of Bratislava.
Hi everyone. Hi Adela, please could you just hold my mic, because I have something for you.
Yeah, I'll hold it. Apparently he's prepared something for you, and I'm a little afraid because I was not made aware of this. But I also have surprises in store.
I decided, my friends, to give you something. Do you want some shorts?
I'll count it down. Let's be dramatic. Count it down. 3, 2, 1.
I also have my merch.
Jak se připravil princ?
He's ready. He's prepared.
And I also have my jersey.
Wow, hezky, Ondrej, pěkně.
Nice. Ondrej caught that one. He didn't take the tickets, but he got the merch. And you have to come tomorrow in your new getup. That was nice, Robo.
So I hope everyone's okay.
Tebe teda taky
And I have a hard question for you. How many fights have you had at Octagon?
I have no idea.
17.
17?
Yeah, 17 fights in 10 years. And you were a part of 2 huge projects. The captain, coach at Octagon Challenge, and now you are a captain at Octagon Cage Game.
I used to be so young before, so it was more of a friendly thing for me. You know, they were older friends. Maybe I had a few more fights than them, but I didn't feel like a coach in the first challenge. I think that it was a step between the coach and the fighters. So I was with them in the villa, but then I also was a little bit apart. So it was a nice setup. But right now in Cage Game, it's a little bit different. I'm an old father right now, so...
Not that old.
Well, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. So right now it's different. I can really feel the position right now. I'm more of a mentor figure. So I think it's different than before.
Beautifully said. I saw something on the internet. They said that you might enter into politics after MMA is done.
Politic in Bratislava, that's where I would like to change some things.
Now let's move on to the fight. You have made weight, so that's one thing done. Did everything go according to plan?
Well, not everything, you know, it's always so hard to make weight. Everyone hates making weight, but every single time I tell myself I will optimize next time, it will be better, and it's not better, but I made it.
You definitely have experience. Talking for you, you have had 30 more professional fighters than your opponent, so is that going to be an advantage?
Definitely.
What are you expecting him to do?
I expect he's going to have a strong walk and he's going to be really aggressive in the very beginning, but that's not something that I had never seen before, you know. So definitely this will be dangerous. He will be dangerous. I will not underestimate it. But I'm trying not to get too stressed about it.
Do you think that this will be a striking match?
I think everywhere it's going to happen anyway.
You said you wanted to do a 1-2-3 KO, but you are in front of a Bratislava audience. Do you want to spend a little bit more time in the cage?
I don't think anyone wants to be in the cage for longer than necessary. It's not like, you know, you're having the time of your life. Maybe I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer. It's so nice here. That's not the case. But so I really want to have a short finish.
What are you gonna be doing until tomorrow night?
I'm going to have a nice dinner with my family and friends, and I will also have a really relaxing massage, nothing too hard, just something to relax. And all the water and sugar that I took in after the weigh-in will be massaged into my body so that I feel well. And then after this, we will chill in the evening. We will maybe watch something. That's always a spiritual, mystic segment. I also will get my melatonin, and we'll have an early night.
Now, you have one more important thing coming up in your life. Can you tell us about it?
Do you mean the wedding or me having my own podcast with 2 episodes already out? It will be a huge thing. The first guest, I will tease you tomorrow, will be a huge surprise. So it's already done, not out, but I will publish this very, very soon. So I don't know, do you mean Cage Game, the wedding?
I think all of that together, and I'll announce this for you. In 2 weeks after that fight, you will be getting married, and 4 days later, you will be heading or being a captain of the Tipsport Cage Game. So you have a lot of things to do.
We also have the final 3 days before the wedding, a press conference, I think, in Prague. So I think that's a lot.
And now, only one thing left. Tell something to your audience before the fight.
Thank you so much for being here, all of you, that you're supporting Octagon, all of us. I can feel you supporting me specifically. I can feel that you don't like this Irish retard. So I know that us Slovaks are so welcoming. I don't know how to put this. We are good people. We don't like people coming over here and disrespecting us. We know what to do with these idiots, and that's what I will do tomorrow. What I want to say is I want to show me being a proud Slovak, me being happy here and not seeing someone coming over here and destroying everything. And I will do this for you tomorrow.
Those were the words of the Prince of Bratislava.
Thank you.
Tak jo, a teď už vám nabídnu...
Okay, so now I will give you the last game. There is one more game to win 2 tickets for tomorrow. So last question, who has no tickets? I'm sorry to see that, but I will give you a shot to get them. So this guy in the sweatshirt, I really have to point out that you have to be confident in knowing enough about OKTAGON. I think that you're not so confident. Okay, you are, so come over here. We have 2 volunteers, brave guys.
Tak pojď, kluci, honem, nemáme čas.
Hurry up, we don't have that much time.
Ahoj!
Ahoj.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Jak se jmenuješ?
What's your name?
Čau,
Patrick.
A ty?
You?
Richard. A
Richard.
Dobře.
So we've got Richard and Patrick. How long have you been watching OKTAGON?
5 years approximately.
To by mohlo být zajímavý.
Okay, that could be interesting in you.
Wow.
Since OKTAGON 16.
Richard, Patrik.
Patrick, Richard. Okay, now I remember. So this is an easy game. Just step forward and on the screen you will see some of our fighters who won't really be visible from the first shot. And when you know, you raise your hand, don't shout, we've been through this, then you answer the first 3 points, you get the tickets. Is it easy? Do you understand? Perfect. So who's watching on YouTube, you can also leave your answer in the comment section. It's very fun. So let's do it.
Richard nebo Patrik?
Ronnie.
Je to Ronny, správně.
This is
1-0.
Ronnie.
Yeah, that's Ronnie. So 1-0.
Fandíme těm klukům přece.
So let's give them some energy.
Tak, jdeme na druhou fotku.
Second picture.
A kdo to je?
Who is it?
Pink Panther.
Pink
Je
Panther.
to tak, 2-0.
That's correct. 2-0.
Richarde, musíš trošku zabrat.
Richard, you have to give me something because it's 2-0. Let's do the third one.
No, já jsem tady slyšela nějakýho malýho chlapa.
I heard a little boy say that.
Patrick Hansel.
Tak, 3-0.
That's correct. 3-0. That was a clear statement from Patrick. And Gogi will give you the 2 tickets that you earned. So get step out on the left side and give them a round of applause.
Tak jo, a řekneme to zas a znovu.
And to repeat this, we are celebrating 10 years. And I have to say that you have a unique opportunity to celebrate this here in Slovakia. You still can get some tickets for Bratislava and Štvanice. The next tournament where we're celebrating is completely sold out. But if you want to, you can go to Frankfurt because that's where we will celebrate for the 3rd time. If you have no tickets for tomorrow, you can very easily scan this QR code and get your tickets. Right. We will welcome the next guest, and that is Ronald Paradiser.
Čau, Ronny.
Hi.
Hi.
Já o tobě vždycky ráda říkám, když
I always like to say that you have so many records and everything, all your statistics, successes. Can you mention them?
I have the most bonuses of the night. I have the most fights.
A seš finalista.
And you are a participant of the finales of 2 projects.
Yeah, but I'm fighting for something. Longest time spent in the cage.
A to teď
I think that's true.
není úplně cílem.
But Robo said that that's not really the goal.
Yeah, and I want to make it shorter, but I could get a next one.
What do you think about your opponent?
Yeah, it's Jack Grant. He came here from United Kingdom. He fought in Cage Warriors. He fought in the UFC, and he's such an experienced fighter. And it wasn't all wins for him, but he's definitely experienced.
You mentioned that you spent a lot of time in the cage, in Octagon. Octagon is celebrating 10 years, so what is the best moment that you love to remember?
There are a few moments that I really like to think about. But if we're talking about Bratislava, then Octagon 16, where I beat Brichta. Nobody trusted in me, and that's when I thought, yeah, let's show them, and it was brutal, and I had all the fans on my side.
It was also the first tap out, I think.
There you go.
What I'm interested in, what's the technique that you're going to use against Grant?
I think that getting the movement on is a really good strategy because he likes to stick to, he likes to put you on the ground. He's a great grappler. He has a black belt. So keep him away from my body.
As part of your preparation, you also were supposed to help Yaksha from the Celebrity Series. What do you think about this fight?
I'm excited because they both approached it very differently. It looks different than the other Celebrity Series with Baya. They are all both very respectful, and they both want to show an extreme performance, and I think they will be able to put on a show, and I think that this is a really nice project.
Were you surprised by something with Yaksha?
He surprised me a lot because I just thought he was another influencer, but he's a tough guy. He knows how to really work himself.
What are you going to do in the last hours before your fight?
I'm gonna be eating some more today because making weight wasn't as easy as I had expected. I thought the 77 kilo division was gonna be a piece of pie. But it wasn't as easy making weight. It was tough, so I really want to get some fill and then get some sleep.
Is there something that you want to tell your fans before your fight?
You can expect a good show. I believe that I will show you the performance of a lifetime, and see you at the Tipos Arena.
Great, thank you. That was Ronnie Paradiser.
Thank you all very much. See you tomorrow.
And now we will talk to the man who will be able to tell us a lot about the 10 years anniversary and Bratislava. Welcome, Paolo Neruda.
Ahoj, ahoj, Bratislava.
Hey, Bratislava, Alpark.
Hi, Paolo. It's been 10 years since you're waking up as a promoter of the Octagon. Time flies.
Yeah, time flies. It was just yesterday when this was the crowd for our tournaments. It was 10 years ago, and now we get so many people here.
Is it even realistic to come with an idea, write it down, and this idea is I'm going to create the greatest organization promotion in Europe?
Well, it isn't easy to run this show, but I'm not alone. I have my partner Ondra and the whole team. But I also have a paper that I wrote on where we were coming up with the Octagon Challenge, and we were trying to figure out how to get as few recording days as possible because that costs money, and we were trying to come up with different options, and that paper is hung up on my wall to remember that moment because that's what we were doing 10 years ago, and now it's grown into something so big.
If I'm not wrong, you're the one who came up with the idea of Octagon Challenge, and gradually this is what it is right now.
That's right.
At what point did you think this is what we're going to do? This is what we're supposed to do on a global level?
Well, me and Ondra really had big dreams. We really wanted to be in the O2 Arena. And the first tournament, we really put 12,000 euros into it back then, which was a huge amount of money back then. We came up with a dress code. So from day one, we really wanted to let the world know that this was a different type of show, that it was going to be bigger, better, and more fun, and we knew that it could grow big, but we didn't think it would become this.
I have one more question for you. I have never heard the answer for this, actually. What was your childhood dream? Did you want to be an astronaut or a garbage man as every kid, or what was it?
I wanted to do something big that would influence a lot of people, and I didn't know what that would be, but then I figured it out. It's probably this.
Looking back, we saw videos of you being a manager for the fighters, part of the world, but now you are the owner of the world, so to speak. How does it feel?
It's a great feeling. We're just two guys trying to make their dreams come true, me and Ondrej. And sometimes I really have to stop and think about it and realize how great it is that we are able to put on tournaments at the biggest arena in Bratislava, Prague, Hanover, and elsewhere. It's amazing, and I thank God for it every day.
The second season of Celebrity Series, that's something that is focused more on Slovakia, we can say. What do you think about this match?
Well, this fight is going to be very interesting because it's going to be an underground fight, and Zvarchi and Yaksha are going to be facing off. And about a minute ago, we were talking about this with a friend. We were talking about what was going to happen tomorrow, what was going to be the outcome, and I think it's going to be a really tough fight, a shootout, and I think it's going to be fun because don't let yourself be fooled. They're normal people, but they had 6 months to prepare, and they are athletes in their mind and body, and for one day they're going to become great fighters, and I think it's going to be a great fight to watch.
The fight card here in Bratislava is so great, but if you were to...
Budaj versus Stoděv.
I didn't even have to say what my question was.
Well, yeah, I think Budaj versus Stoděv is going to be great because they're fighting for their career. Budaj is a superstar of the Slovak MMA. He's got a 7-1 in the UFC. Now he wants to come back to the octagon cage. And that weird guy, Stoděv, is a huge killer. He's a huge killer, heavyweight. He really wants to become a champion no matter what. And he was this close. So that's going to be a great fight to watch out for.
So apart from both of them being huge, being strong, there's also the added benefit of both of them wanting to get a title shot?
Yeah, the title definitely plays a role. He's a number 1, Budaj is number 2, so this is their last shot. They're not the youngest. They've got to go for it right now, so it's going to be very interesting. And I'm also excited about Manning versus Michael Phelps, what I heard.
Right, Michael Phelps was the nickname of Robo Pukash because he has really nice glasses, as we all know. Paolo, I'm also interested, on Saturday we have something special planned in the morning before the tournament. Can you tell us what it is?
Thank you for leading me into this, because at 9 a.m. tomorrow we're going for an octagon run, and it's not just going to be any run. We're going to be playing some music, and it's going to be, there's going to be a bike with a speaker. It's going to be a little bit of a party. We're starting at the Egg at Eurovea. We'll be running through the city, through the park, through the new bridge, and then back. So you'll be able to enjoy this with us. So come meet us at 9 and run with us.
I have to ask, there's not a few projects, and you have so much, you have done such a big thing with Ondrej. So how can you still be so excited, do so many new things, runs and after parties?
The cage game.
And of course, there's a huge project, Cage Game.
Well, when you really enjoy doing something, then you put everything in it. You think about making it better, think about all the ways that you can improve it, and it's the first thing you think about when you wake up, when you fall asleep. And we have co-workers, colleagues, parts of the team that are just as crazy about this, and that's what makes it possible.
Perfect. Is there anything that you want to mention before the tournament tomorrow to the fans?
Yes. Come see us, support the fighters. This is the best fight card that we could have made happen in Slovakia. It's going to be a packed card, but since you guys are here, I'm assuming you enjoy it, you're excited, and we'll be enjoying it together, and it's going to be a great night, and watch the Cage Game.
This was Paolo Neruda. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, so we've gone through everything for this 1 hour, but now the main thing is coming, and that's the public win and the stare downs. Tomorrow, see you at the tournament, and before that at the run. So have a nice evening, and bye.
Krásný dobrý den, dámy, pánové, chlapci.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, girls and boys, my dear samurai. Hi, we're back in Bratislava where it all began almost exactly 10 years ago. It's been amazing, it's been incredible thanks to you. And it's still incredible thanks to you because we have sold over 9,000 tickets for tomorrow's tournament. I had some more seats get available and you will be able to purchase them for 29 euros. If you really want to come, you are able to. So we have a couple dozen, maybe a couple hundred tickets. I'm not sure exactly, but you're all invited to OKTAGON 89 tomorrow. We have a fight card ready for you. We'll get you acquainted with the fighters. You saw them in the morning and not all of them may wait, but it's gonna be a very interesting fight card with a lot of interesting fights. We'll see champ against champ in one of the most amazing fights that we've ever seen. My name is Ondrej. In case you don't know me, I don't even have to introduce that guy. That's Nina, Brian Lacey, the English voice of OKTAGON, Paolo, and Terka, and Pablo Picantadosh. Now let's get to it, and hi to all of the YouTube audience. Let's move on to the first fight. That one's crazy because we'll see two guys face off that are very experienced with a lot of fights under their belt. They are both in the top 100 or have been in the past. And let's welcome Mokhtar Benkachi.
34 let.
34 years old, stands 170 centimeters tall, fighting under London Shoot Fighter with the coach Cedric Ingardiola. Has 37 fights, 25 wins, 10 losses, and 13 KOs, 8 subs. And he weighed in at 61.4 in Prague a few years ago. He fought and beat Tomáš Šedák, the ex-champ. And he's going to be facing off against Dastan Amangildi, Steppenwolf. He showed you an incredible fight in his debut. One of the two fighters from Kazakhstan. He's 32 years old, 11 fights under his belt, 10 wins, 6 KOs, and only 1 loss in his professional career, and he weighed in at 61.7 kilos.
Potlesk pro Obamu, že tohle je...
Put your hands together for both fighters. This is going to be the free prelims fight, but it's a prelims fight of a world-class fight. Now, Dastan has brought chocolate for his opponent, and last time he brought me something that really was not worth eating. It wasn't good. Let's not translate that. But it's a beautiful country who knows how to do a lot of things well, but not chocolate. Moving on. Two guys from the top 10 are going to be facing off. Two featherweights. Let's see Slovak fighter first. They called him Spider, but today he's not called that anymore. Marko Novák.
Bývalá hvězda postojářských turnajů.
The ex-striking legend, Miss Champ of Europe, weighing in at 66.25. A guy who's shown in Thai boxing events, 7 wins, only 2 losses, and he's going to be facing off against a very tough opponent who has beaten 2 of his Slovak colleagues like Rishavi and Paulus, and it's going to be hitman Aiton de Pape from Belgium.
Aitonovi je také 31 let, má 20.
He's also 31 years old, 20 fights, 14 wins, 6 finishes, and he debuted where he beat one of the Slovak guys that we have, weighed in at 66.2.
Potles pro oba muže, především prak.
Put your hands together for both, but mainly from Marko Novák from Hanuman Gym, a colleague of Lucia Sabová, who will also see on tomorrow's fight card, and you'll be able to take pictures with her. She's going to be facing off for a title shot. Now, this Slovakian star is one of the few world double champs in the world. I think Amanda Nunes is another one, and our Lucia Sabová is one of our own. Now, the next fight will see a Austrian Bratislava fight. First, let's welcome Daniel Shordia.
Stále stejná vlajka, potřísněná jeho krví i krví.
Same flag marked with his blood and the blood of his opponents, because at 35 years old he's had 11 fights and only one loss, 10 wins, 7 finishes, and he believes tomorrow is gonna be one more adding. We're gonna be serving the Viennese Soccer. 66.3 is his official weight.
Jeho soupeřem však bude muž, který v Bratislavě
facing off against somebody who really likes drinking beer in Bratislava. And it is the one and only Karol Bombiryšavý.
Když jsme ho mučili, tak si vymyslel
When we tortured him, he made up his own city to get over it. 25 fights, 15 wins, weighing in at 66.3 kilos.
Ondrej Ryšavý. Hodně divoký.
This is going to be a wild fight looking at these two. Karol, will you serve beer tomorrow? What do you think?
We'll definitely be serving beer, and I think the whole arena is going to be drinking on my name and the 10-year anniversary.
Perfect, looking forward to that. Your 26th fight tomorrow. Karol Ryšavý.
Čekají nás také dva zápasy.
You can also look forward to 2 fights in the heaviest division. Not just the heavyweight, but one of those 2 fighters had to lose weight to get to the 120, which we can't imagine. But this is the second gentleman to come. Now let's welcome Adam Palaš z Javora.
Ve svých 35 letech vypadá opravdu
35 years old, looking fit though. He is 196 centimeters tall, 118 kilograms, 14 fights, 9 wins, 7 KOs. From Javor Fight Team. He has his gym bros standing over there at the back, and his opponent is a fighter that can shine not only here at the tournament, but perhaps for the first or even last time, as we're broadcasting at many German TV stations, together giving us a huge opportunity for perhaps getting the best views for Octagon. So who wants to shine there? The gladiator Patrick Vespasiani.
výsadkář, který při svém prvním výsadku...
A soldier, during the first operation, he experienced a very terrifying moment as his parachute didn't open and he had to use his knife, using the spare parachute, a backup. So terrifying, but he also had 6 fights, 6 KOs, his weight 110.3.
Dohromady 216 kg.
Together this is 216 kilograms or 226 standing here on stage.
Zítra v kleci.
Tomorrow they will see each other in the cage. Now let's move to the next fight on the prelims card, and that's the fight that we will see a video of.
Bratislava will witness a battle between two well-known names, celebrities with impressive athletic backgrounds and remarkable stories outside the cage. Michal Novotný, aka Yaksha, is one of the most prominent figures in the Slovak creative scene. He's a producer, a manager, and the man behind several brands who has long worked at the intersection of music, fashion, marketing, and sports. He's certainly no stranger to combat sports either. In his youth, he competed in Thai boxing, which earned him the nickname Yaksha, although he later walked away from a promising Muay Thai career. He says it's the discipline that combat sports gave him that got him to where he is today. He'll be going up against Ratislav Zvara, who the wider public remember from the reality TV show The Bachelor. But behind the media image of a successful guy stands a lifelong athlete. He played ice hockey as a child, before finding his way towards Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in which he's now a brown belt. He has medals from various competitions which prove he takes BJJ extremely seriously. If that's not enough, Zvara recently tried his hand in the boxing ring as well. Get ready for a fight between two successful young men who've dedicated the past several months to hours of daily training to ensure they score a huge victory in front of a packed-out arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the next fight, we have Dominic here, who is looking for his mom. He's lost. So, if his mom, dad is here.
Tatino, pojď sem, neblbni, ne? Tak Dominik, zvedni ruku, vidíme tě někde, tatino. Tak prosím vás, kdo zná Dominika?
So, who knows Dominic or his mom or dad? Please come get him. His father's coming, so it's all good.
Tatino, pojď. Tamhle, vidíš ho? Je to tatino, abychom tě nedali někomu jinému. Jsi docela hezký kluk. Poznáváš ho? Mává na tebe, tamhle? Je to on? Jo? OK. Tak je to dobrý, je to zachráněný. Už je to v pohodě? Dáme tatinovi low kick za to, že tě ztratil? Ano, dáme tatinovi low kick. Pojď, tato. To bude za čokoládu doma, jo? Tak neplakej. Tamhle je táta. Ne, tam neskákej, to až budeš úplně nešťastný z první lásky. No, tak je to skvělý. První vítězství turnaje OKTAGON 89.
So the first success of OKTAGON 89, we found the father of our little Dominic.
Lehký, vybral jsem ti lehkýho. No nic, tak tedy, Celebrity Series, dva kluci, kteří...
Celebrity Series, two fighters, two gentlemen who are brave enough to show what they learned in a relatively short time. Specifically for the first to come, Ratislav Zvara.
35 let, 185
35 years old, 185 centimeters tall. This is going to be his first professional fight, fighting in underground rules of MMA. He has one box fight and also a lot of BJJ experience, which he will not be able to use tomorrow. Against him, we will see Michal Yaksha Novotný.
Na fanklubi 1-0 pro 40leté.
So that's 1-0 for Yaksha. His fans are very loud. It's been 20 years since I presented him like this. Bratislava top team. This gym has many fighters on the card. His official weight is 76 kilograms.
Ta tenze tam je, bude to...
We can see the tension. This is going to be spicy tomorrow. So you will see it tomorrow, and you still can get the tickets. There's still a couple left. Michal, you are the more experienced of the two of you. How does it feel? You felt this 10 years ago. Does it feel the same, the suspense, the tension?
I was really looking forward to being able to get naked in front of people. No, thank you for getting me into this. The whole prep was brutal. I met some great people. It was cool, and I'm excited about tomorrow and having the finale.
What do you think about Svarchi, the stare downs? He's really aggressive in the stare down.
He's getting better and better. We started off being neutral, and now it's starting to be fun, and I think the fight will be fun for that.
Looking forward to that. Yaksha and Svarchi, those stare downs are really hard.
Do it quick, I'm cold. You don't even have to hug me, I'll be okay.
What do you feel? You didn't have that much time to prepare, to let it all sink in. What will you show us tomorrow?
Well, this is my second time experiencing something similar. I've done BJJ and it's different, but I am used to fighting and I'm excited. I'm seeing this differently from my last fight and I will really try to enjoy this one. I worked on myself a lot. For 9 or 6 months, I worked my ass off, and I want to show you tomorrow.
Looking forward to that. So, Svarchi versus Yaksha, one of the fights that you definitely can't miss tomorrow. And let's have a look at the main prelims.
When Radovan Uškrt fights, the cage literally rumbles. The Slovak wild boar has a simple but terrifying record. 8 wins and 8 knockouts, 7 of which came in the first round.
Big shot from Uškrt!
His right hand is so lethal that the passionate hunter ought to have another firearms license for it.
Uškrt!
But he'll be going head-to-head with a man who's also been through many bloody battles. Ondrej Rashka never backs down from a tough fight, and he's faced off against such names like Pirat, Cordero and Polivka. We last saw him enter the cage in December during the Celebrity Series, where he taught Spicy Paya a tough lesson.
Oh my goodness! There we go!
Uškrt will be looking to hit him with one devastating punch, while Rashka will be looking to take this to the ground. This will be a real treat for fans who've been following the most brutal sport in the world for years.
Československý souboj, který se odkládá.
The Czechoslovakian bout that we've been putting off since the Octagon Challenge #2. The first one to come here on stage is the man who had a huge moment in the O2 Arena in Prague, but right now he will have to face the Slovakian star. Now welcome Ondrej Rashka.
34 let, 189 cm.
34 years old, 21 fights, 12 wins, 8 finishes. He is part of the Gold Neruda Cup team and weighs 84.2 kilograms. His opponent is the famous Radovan Uškrt.
Ve 34 letech
34 years old, giving hard shots to other opponents. He has 14 fights, 8 wins, all with KO, 84.1.
Dokáže Rashka ustát bomby Rado Uškrt?
Will Rashka be able to face Radovan Uškrt? Or what do you think will happen? That's a question that we will get the answer for tomorrow, but let's get to the main card of Octagon 89.
The Czech-Slovak audience can look forward to another fight fueled by mutual animosity.
Ty sa prezentuješ na internete ako veľký frajer, potom ti lostem pred ksichtom a tak pozeráš, že čo sa deje. Je zrazu akýsi drsný hen.
Bartel has established himself as the executioner of Germans who unleashes hell inside the cage. Across various combat sports, he has an incredible 130 fights on his record. On the other side of the cage stands a man Bartel mockingly calls the Slovak hillbilly. And that's why this rivalry has got extremely personal, with Wittner determined to silence Bartel before a packed-out arena.
Chcel som na stenicu, že sa na to pripraviť, tak hádam, žiadne výhovorky nebudú. No z mojej strany určite.
Wittner returns to the cage after a brutal battle against David Kozma, in which he came very close to ending the former champion's chances of taking his place among the elite again. But his ground game is not the only weapon in his arsenal that can silence critics. Wittner has proved a highly capable stand-up fighter when he brings his A-game. A loss in this fight would hurt twice as much. Whoever falls in Bratislava will have to do the walk of shame. And you can be sure the winner will relish in the humiliation of his rival.
Další zajímavá zápletka tohoto zápasu.
Now, this is a plot point. We had some interesting things that happened at 9 a.m. And now, let's welcome a guy who is training in Brno, who spent a lot of time in Košice, and it's Slovak fighter Josef Wittner.
Při svém návratu do oktagonu hodně
He
potrápil.
came back in the octagon, gave Kozma a run for his money, and tomorrow at 33 years old, he's gonna want to score his 17th win. He has 11 wins and 3 before the limit. Sorry, 11 before the limit. And facing off against him will be the guy who to first step into the octagon cage here in Bratislava when he was fighting Gabor as part of the challenge, Marek Bartol.
Celých 7 kilogramů.
3.7 kilos over. He did not make weight. And they have agreed to re-weigh him tomorrow at 12 o'clock. 83.1. This is a fight that he lost today.
Tentokrát beze slov, Wittner.
No words exchanged this time, Wittner versus Bartol.
Přeci jen, Jožo, co říkáš vlastně na ty bezmála 4
What do you think about the 4 kilos by which Bartol missed his weight, and now that you're doing him a favor by still accepting the fight?
I didn't train to cancel the fight. So I want to fight. I want to be in.
What is your plan now? Because making weight probably really cost him his power.
We will see. I'll try to do my best at the best moment.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Marek. Now, this was a big loss for you because the trash talk really was focusing on the weight, and you missed by a lot.
You can say that this is my last job in the 77 division. I don't think that I want to try this anymore. I'm also really sorry for what I caused for my opponent, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. We can deal with this somewhere else on a personal level, but I don't want to make any excuses. It is what it is. We're fighting our fights. I appreciate him and his team for accepting me fighting with this extreme with me missing extremely, but it really depends on who wins tomorrow. I am ready to enjoy it tomorrow, and I hope you will too.
We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Marek Bartol, good luck.
Asi můžu za Marka říct, že už tam...
Now, I think I can speak for Marek because he had long-term health issues, and that's part of the reason why he missed weight. But as he said, let's focus on the fight and talk about the weight after. But now let's see 2 women who will convince you tomorrow that they belong in the top 30.
Veronika Smolkova is in the shape of her life and skyrocketing towards superstardom at lightning-quick speed. The perpetually positive warrior is the clear #1 fighter in the flyweight division, although fans know her as Sweetheart. Inside the cage, she mercilessly destroys her opponents one after the other. She recently confirmed that in the strongest way possible.
Smolkova looking for the finish, vicious. Once again is the Sweetheart from the back here.
And scored her 5th KO of her career. Fight after fight, Smolkova is growing leaps and bounds and now has the chance of a lifetime awaiting her in front of a home crowd. Lisa Kiriakou is the champion of 2 Australian organisations and the highest-ranked flyweight from Australia and New Zealand. She's also currently ranked number 44 in the world rankings. Her biggest weapons are her incredible stamina and the relentless pressure she can apply in the cage, which allows her to torture her opponents from the opening seconds to the final bell. Kiriakou also has experience competing in the prestigious One Championship organisation. Smolkova faces a duel that will show us just how close she is to reaching the pinnacle of the sport. This fight has all the makings of a title fight.
A rozhodně
You heard it. This duel is going to be title shot quality, and if Lucia Sabova was not the champ, this would have been a title fight. But Veronika is going to have to wait for that shot and really test the skills of somebody who flew here from Australia, spent 24 hours flying here. She's going to be trying to score the win, Lisa the Savage Kyriakou.
32 let, 12 zápasů, 9
32 years old, 12 fights, 9 wins, only 3 losses. The champ of 2 different Australian organizations representing Absolute MMA, weighing in at 57.1 kilos. Next, facing off against her, the champion of your heart, Veronika Sweetheart-Smolková.
23 let, oficiální váha 50.
23 years old, weighing in at 57.1 kilos. She's wearing tall boots. She's got 12 wins, 12 fights, 11 wins, and we'll see if tomorrow will be another one.
Podle boty je jasné, že to bude tvrdá koubojská.
Looking at her shoes, we know that this will be a cowboy shootout, and now let's move on to the next
His
one.
octagon walkout seemed like something from a horror movie. But the real nightmare for his opponents begins when the fight kicks off. Brian Manning entered the organization in grand fashion, and now he's heading to Bratislava to collect the biggest scalp of his career. What kind of tournament would it be in the Slovak capital without the iconic Prince of Bratislava entering the mix?
That's it! That's gonna be it!
He's always been popular. But it's only in the past 18 months that he's truly broken through to the Octagon elite level.
He's done it!
In Bratislava, he wants to get straight back in the saddle. But Brian Manning isn't coming simply to admire the city's beauty. The undefeated Irish butcher gained huge respect in his debut bout after crushing the dangerous Daniel Schwint in the first round. And his record is one you don't see very often. 6 fights, 6 wins before the limit, 5 of which came by way of first round KO. He plans on making an example out of Pukac and wants to show what happens to anyone who dares step inside the cage with him. On the other hand, Pukac has promised to show a difference in class, to send him packing back to Ireland.
Jeden z nejočekávanějších zápasů.
One of the most awaited fights as judged by our socials. Ireland versus Slovakia. You're gonna see a guy who really showed what he had in Stuttgart, and now he's riding that wave all the way to Bratislava. Brian Manning.
30 let, 190.
30 years old, 196 centimeters tall, representing MMA Cork. 6 wins, 6 finishes, and 0 losses, representing XTB in the Neruda Cup, weighing in at 84.2 kilograms. He's going to be facing off against the Prince of Bratislava, Robert Pukac.
34 let, oficiální váha.
34 years old, weighing in at 84.2 kilos, 35 wins, 20 wins, 9 finishes.
Get mad, that's what I want. That's the one, get mad. Get mad, get mad, get mad. I'm too quick for you, son. I'm too quick for you, son. I'm too quick. I'm too quick for you. I'm too quick for you. I'm too quick for you. Too much power, too much speed. You got nada. You got nada. You got nada. Good look. Good look.
Manning versus Pukac.
Manning versus Pukac.
Jsem na těba velmi zvedavý, říkal Robo.
What Robo said was, I really want to see what you have tomorrow, and I think we all want to see what they've got. The unbeatability really does something when you have a fight, and it's going to be an extremely interesting fight, just as the remaining three will be.
The heavyweight division awaits one of the most important fights of 2026. The Slovak capital will host a battle between the top 2 fighters in the rankings.
Ich hol mir den Sieg, weil diesen Sieg wird mir den Platz verschaffen, nochmal den Titel zu kämpfen.
Lazar Todev made his way to the top of the promotion in his own unique style. Fast on his feet, tough in stand-up fighting, and capable of taking advantage of every mistake made by his opponents. In his most recent bout in Stuttgart, the Punisher swept away UFC veteran Josh Parisian like a typhoon. 13 wins, including 9 knockouts. Experience from brutal fights, and an increasingly strong form make him a serious menace inside the cage.
Dvakrát sa mu podarilo uspieť, ale do tretice už mu to nevíde, lebo prichádza Martin Budaj.
Martin Budaj will enter the cage on Slovak soil for the first time in 6 years. Expectations are high, and the local giant is more determined than ever to prove his worth.
Teraz moja vizualizácia je momentálne, že Lazar Todev padne.
The challenge is undoubtedly huge, but Budaj has never chosen the easy way forward. Badis has years of experience competing in the UFC, where he earned an excellent score of 7-1. Budaj can draw on big wins over world-class fighters, but there's even more at stake in Bratislava. This is about a restart and a return, and the chance to prove he has what it takes to rule the division once again. On fight night, the entire arena will be behind him.
Je to tak, zítra vás čeká.
That's right, we will see this tomorrow, the return of the most successful UFC Czech or Slovak fighter. 7-1 Martin Budaj statistic, but he will have to earn your love here in Octagon. So welcome this fighter, Martin Budaj.
193 cm.
193 centimeters tall, 34 years old. He managed to lose 8 kilograms, weighing now at 120.7 kilograms. He has 16 wins, 3 losses, only 3 finishes he suffered, and 19 fights a total. His opponent tried to get the belt twice, Lazar Todev.
30 let, 185 cm.
30 years old, 185 centimeters tall, All-Stars Germany, 13 wins, 7 losses, 9 KOs, and in the Ruda Cup fit for you, 107 kilograms.
Brutální zápas dvou mužů.
This will be a brutal fight of the top 50 in heavyweight. Budaj versus Todev. Martin, one question for you. What does it mean to be back here in Bratislava, here at Octagon, and with such a strong opponent?
This really means a lot to me. I really want to make it happen again, the thing that happened last time I was in Bratislava. So if you're a fan, you can expect a great fight tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited.
Are you going to box or to stay striking or go to the ground?
Let's keep it a surprise.
Okay, let's see you tomorrow. Happy to see you back, the next Slovak star, and we are looking at the last 2
A former lightweight
fights.
champion, Tip Sport game changer and underground finalist returns to action. He destroyed the legendary Burkina.
Oh, Paradise are looking to claim the Octagon title!
Entered 2 duels against Keita.
Oh, nice head kick.
And defeated an icon of the European scene, Bojan Veličković.
Oh, blood from Bojan's face.
Now he's determined to make his way toward the belt once more. But a huge challenge awaits him in Bratislava. Jack Grant is a former champion of leading European organizations. He has a huge amount of experience to draw on, having competed in Bellator, PFL and Cage Warriors. 9 knockouts and 10 submissions, with 16 first-round finishes speaks for itself. Grant believes he has what it takes to bring the Slovak prospect's career to a crashing halt with a dominant victory.
Jdeme na to hlavní předzápas celého.
Let's do it. The co-main event with two fighters who are quite alike. The first from the UK, Jack Grant.
34 let, 185.
34 years old, 185 centimeters tall, 29 fights, 20 wins, and 19 finishes. This man is getting no wins through decisions. He's seen many amazing promotions, and his official weight is 77.3. His opponent is another strong fighter, a fighter who knows how it feels to be a champ, Ronald Paradiser.
28 let, o 3 cm větší.
28 years old, 188 centimeters tall, 30 fights, the 30th coming tomorrow in OKTAGON.
Let's go.
Naprosto fantastický zápas welterové váhy.
An amazing fight in welterweight. Ronnie, I also have to ask you, how does it feel to be back at home, and what do you think about your opponent?
Well, I have to say that my kids are here for the first time, so that's fun. And Jack Grant is a great fighter. He's very experienced. I'm excited about being able to fight him tomorrow, and see you tomorrow.
Are we going to see your famous knee move?
We'll see. I'm not promising anything because I'll have to really play it tactically. He's a great wrestler.
Are we going to see, or are you not going to promise?
We'll see.
Perfect, so we will see.
A tohle je hlavní zápas.
And this is the main event.
Bratislava will witness an exceptional title fight of global significance. Igor Severino made his way to the throne in spectacular fashion. Hannibal started his win streak with a victory over former champion Megard. He received an even bigger standing ovation after his second appearance, when he knocked out Kershed Killer Kakarov in a fight for the title.
This will be it, Igor Severino! He is the youngest male Octagon champion!
The world-class talent is a purebred finisher that has it all. He has 9 finishes on his record, 8 of which came in the first round. But now he's been challenged by a man who's on the verge of becoming immortal. Flyweight champion ZHUMAGULOV is moving up a weight class.
This man is a very, very unique individual, the way he fights and the power that he possesses.
After his triumphs over Adamir and David Dvorak, where he has the chance to make history and become a double Octagon champion. Jacko has long transcended the borders of the European scene. The seasoned Matador's fists of dynamite have earned him 8 KO wins. Wow! A truly impressive number in the flyweight division. Get ready for a battle between generations and different cultures. But most of all, 2 spectacular fighters for whom this fight is about more than just the belt. It's about the legacy the winner will carry with him forevermore.
Champion versus champion, naprosto
The fight of 2 champs, a unique moment for any promotion. One is the 57-kilogram champion, the other 61. Both could be in both divisions, so we are going to see them in the bantam division to see whether we will get another double champ. Zhalgas ZHUMAGULOV from Kazakhstan.
Bývalá světová sedmička ve svých 37.
Number 7 worldwide, 37 years old, 19 wins out of his 28 fights, and officially 61.1. His opponent is the 14 years younger, the current bantam champ from Brazil, Igor Severino.
23 let, fyzickou.
23 years old. He's never been defeated physically because he was disqualified once. Out of 11 fights, 10 wins, 1 loss. And fit for you for Neruda Cup. Officially 61.8.
ZHUMAGULOV versus Severino.
This is ZHUMAGULOV versus Severino.
Fantastický titulový zápas.
An amazing title fight.
So what is your prediction for tomorrow?
Big drama show.
Big drama show tomorrow, guys.
Which round's gonna be the big drama?
Я надеюсь настраиваюсь на все 5 раундов, а там видно будет, что и как.
I'm preparing for 5 rounds, but we will see what's going on tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much, champ. See you tomorrow. ZHUMAGULOV, Igor, when you will bite your opponent, which round you will KO him or submit him?
What's up, Bratislava? You are amazing, guys. I'm feeling very good. I'm waiting for the war. Tomorrow night, I instilled. Let's go. See you tomorrow, guys.
Thank you very much, Igor, Severino, the Hannibal. Zítra to bude neskutečné. Díky moc.
Tomorrow it will be incredible. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for having come here, and see you at Neptune tonight at the after party. Leave your kids at home and see you at the club. If not, then see you tomorrow at the tournament in the greatest stadium here.
Octagon is back in Bratislava for a special 10-year anniversary event featuring the biggest Slovak stars. A clash of champions and one of the greatest fights in Octagon history. Bantamweight champion and world number 63, Igor Severino goes up against flyweight champion and world number 24, ZHUMAGULOV. History is being made. For the first time ever, a fighter is on the verge of becoming Octagon's double champion in both the flyweight and bantamweight divisions. Former lightweight champion and welterweight title challenger Ronnie Paradisa takes on Jack Grant. Grant has claimed belts in 4 promotions and is one of the most dangerous finishers around. An incredible 19 of his 20 wins came before the final bell. 2-time heavyweight title challenger Lazar Todev faces former Octagon champion Martin Budaj, who has 7 UFC wins and is ranked number 54 in the world. The Prince of Bratislava Pukac returns to Slovakia after defeating Kozma and Ekelin. However, it's the undefeated Irishman Brian Manning who's out to steal the show. 6 of his wins came before the final bell. Slovakia's lioness and flyweight number 1, Veronika Smolkova, faces her next massive challenge. She takes on Lisa Kiriakou, the highest-ranked flyweight from Australia and New Zealand, who now wants to bring her winning ways to Europe. Brace yourself for a highly charged Czech-Slovak derby. Bartel, the executioner of Germans, is determined to end the career of the elite Slovak wrestler, Whitner. But Whitner has other plans, to silence every last doubter, Bartel included. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Octagon 89, Severino versus ZHUMAGULOV. Get your pay-per-view wherever you are and experience the event from the front row on octagon.tv.